Hey everybody, it's Snafu Rich back here, and we're playing with the Ediag Elite scan tool again. So this is a Bluetooth wireless scanner. You plug the fob into the OBD2 port in your vehicle. And in this case, we're working on a 2003 Honda Accord. I just want to cover a few things. I've gotten some questions and comments on YouTube here, and I just figured I would start as I had time to cover some of them. So one that really caught my attention was one gentleman asked if the scanner does any functional tests, and it does. It was a great question. I didn't know myself if it did. I never had a little pocket scan tool like this that was able to do any functional tests, so I actually, in all honesty, I never looked because I didn't think something this small was capable of that. So I looked into it and I found out that yes, you can definitely do functional tests, which has actually blown me away. So I am just working through learning how to do the functional tests on here. It's actually really easy. I am not a computer geek at all. I am. You put a computer in my hands, and a lot of times they catch on fire, and smoke comes out of them, and things like that happen. So, if I can do this, I'm sure that some of you will be able to be right on it and like a pro. Anyhow, let's get to it. So the first thing you're going to do if you want to look at a vehicle you've already looked at, very easy, you're just going to go to history. In this case, we're working on a 2003 Honda Accord. So we're going to click on that, and it's going to start loading. Okay. And it's only going to take a couple seconds. It's going to go through. Being that the information's already there, it's going to go through. It's going to pull that info right out. It is going to ask you, so you're on the 16-pin DLC, right? And we are in the United States. So you make those correct selections. Now I have the engine running already, so some of these tests are, like I said, they're different depending on the temperature in the engine off, key on, things like that. If the temperature is not met, it won't do some of the functional tests. If the air conditioning's on, it won't do some of the functional tests. That's going to be that way with any system. It's not just something with the King Bolin deal here. It's going to be with any scan tool. So go through and confirm. So you can do your health report, which I think I showed you guys before. System scan, I think I showed that in the other video too. Now you can go to system selection. So let's just do this. Now check this out. So you go to system selection, and these are all the systems that you can access, okay? You can look up codes, you can find data, you can clear data or clear codes. So I'm not going to do anything with the engine because the thermostat in this thing is kind of a piece of garbage, and we're not going to fuss with that because I know it's not up to temperature for a lot of the tests. Let's go to something nice and easy here. Let's go to the ABS system. Bear with me. There it is. All right. Click on ABS. And we're going to confirm. Now the car's not moving. The engine is running. And this is just an example of a functional test with the Ediag Elite. Okay. And you see the module information. Read fault code, clear fault code, data stream, actuation test. We're going to go to actuation test. All right. Now, look at all these options. So I'm going to show you here. For example, ESS activation. It's not available. Stop the engine, blah, blah, blah. Confirm. Once you go to confirm, right, let's go to ESS, ABS, or full cycling mode, right? ESS can be activated by selecting the execute button. Well, when we hit confirm, it goes down and tells us this function is not supported by the vehicle. So that's an example of something that is not supported, and it will let you know it's not supported. So now we go back. Now let's just do something simple, right? Let's go to the left front solenoid. Stop the vehicle. Press the brake pedal and shift to neutral. All right. Well, my son's starting to drive. He's learning to drive, so I'm actually sitting in the passenger seat here. He's in a class right now, so I'm just kind of hanging out in the car. And then, so I want to hold my foot on the brake pedal. All right. And I'll hit confirm. Did you hear that? There you go. So the left front solenoid, it pulsed. Let's do the right front solenoid. Same procedure, right? Confirm. Let's see if you can hear it. There you go. It worked great. So that's just an example. That's on our 2003 Honda Accord. There are plenty of functional tests. I'm just going to back out of here real quick, and I'm going to just give an example of, I'm not going to do any more functional tests, because like I said, I can't do them all right now, but let's just say, for example, all the tests that can be done on the ECM. So what that means is, these are the functional tests that you can potentially enter on your ECU. Idle speed, evap test. Look at this list. Great little list. Whoops. That's not supported. That's fine, because I didn't want to touch that. I'm trying to, looking through the phone screen here is tricky to not move my finger wrong. It's not analog, I guess you call it. So that's a whole list of what you can do on the ECU. So let's go back. Let's go back again. What else do we want to see here, just for the heck of it? How about automatic transmission, right? This keeps sliding off me. It's going through. It's checking with the module right now. Everything's communicating. This is it's an automatic. It's one of those automatics that supposedly goes bad all the time, but if you change that little canister filter up above the top of the transmission, they seem to last forever. So this one has no faults, but let's go to actuation test and just see. Look at this. Lockup solenoid, shift A, B, C, D, E, shift solenoid test, indicator test. I mean, the list is really great for the scan tool that it is. So I'm not going to go through every single module, because again, this is just what you're going to find on a 2003 Honda Accord, for example. But I think that pretty much shows you that there's quite a few functional tests available with this scan tool. Whether or not your vehicle is going to cover it, I have no idea. I don't have a list on that. I do not manufacture this thing. I'm just making videos based on what I found. I found a great little tool for an excellent price, and I'm showing it off. So if you have any more questions than that, I mean, you specific questions, you might have to email the company. I am not, like I said, I'm not a salesperson for this. I don't work with the salespeople or the tech department, unfortunately. So I won't be able to answer all your questions. But to answer the question, does it have functional tests? It definitely does, and it definitely works. So if you like what you saw, pick one of these up, and keep following us for some more videos on this little tool. See ya.